all you animal lovers out there.
Breaking news. Recent research finds that contact with animals can have a positive effect on one's overall happiness.
What?
Details coming up after the break. We'll be filming live from Daytona Park.
Vince, this is crazy! We need to go prove them wrong! This is wrong information, come on!
Let me sit here.
This is crazy! Puppets!
Kathy, live from Daytona Park, where we found that the average happiness for individuals who are exposed to animals, cats in particular, was higher than the happiness of those who were not exposed. Excuse me, what are you doing?
Wrong!
Well, we did an experiment in our stat class on this topic, and you can't base your results on averages. You've been misled. Let me explain to you our results.
What kind of test did you perform?
A 2-sample t-test.
And, question mark?
Well, we had 2 copies of happiness questionnaires, one plain and one with pictures of cats on it. The questions were the same and in the same order, and the responses ranged from 1 to 6. 1 being if you were disagreeing, and 6 being if you strongly agreed with a statement.
How did you make sure this test was legitimate?
Well, we had to abide by a few assumptions and conditions. For example, all of our subjects were randomly assigned to a treatment. The data for each group was nearly normal, and the groups were independent of each other.
Where is your proof?
Well, since our p-value was 30.8%, and that's greater than the alpha level 5%, we can reject the null hypothesis that there was no difference in the 2 groups' happiness.
Oh, okay. Well, this is becoming a more controversial discussion. We'll have to finish this report later on. Now switching to Julie on the Weird People channel.
Hey.
Excuse me, sir. I understand you took this happiness questionnaire.
Yeah, I was not very happy that day.
This is an example of a confounding variable.
This is a visual representation of what happened to us one day while watching the news, and we hired actors to represent ourselves.
Unfortunately, a few things have gone wrong in our experiment.
The fonts on each test were difficult to match up with the precise positioning on the page. Also, our scale may have been vague because the numbers only went from 1 to 6.
In the future, we would consider making the scale larger and formatting the papers to be identical.
We could test the effect of animals more directly by placing subjects in a room full of cats rather than having cat images on paper.
Lurking variables included the comprehension of question phrasing, the amount of sleep that subjects got, and what the subjects ate before taking the test.
All of these could have affected the temporary happiness of the subjects.
In the future, we would consider a larger sample size and more diverse treatments.
We were surprised that we had to fail to reject our null based off the results of our experiment.
This does not support our efforts to increase animal adoption based on our theory that animals make you happier.
The fact that our p-value was 25% higher than our alpha level was upsetting. However, this does not mean that animals make you sad. We are not discouraging pet adoption based on any of our